This is Group 5 discussing budgets. Solar Powered Powers specializes in preparing solar panels for commercial businesses, farms, and schools. As the business looks after different types of organizations with different needs, the business will also seek a different price structure. In this presentation, we will discuss our company's 2020 first year budget. By utilizing an annual budget, we can identify and set short-term goals and targets in terms of finance, make future decisions, and improve overall performance. In this presentation, we will also discuss who will use the budget, as well as the assumptions identified and the decisions that can be made following the outcome of the budget. When preparing an annual budget, assumptions need to be accounted for to ensure the data being used is accurate. In this budget, we firstly assume there are 4.5 weeks in a month, resulting in 54 weeks in a year. We are assuming that the expense numbers are consistent throughout the year. The company's utility costs are not large, as solar panels have been installed in their rented warehouse, which is also where the office space is located. We are anticipating a seasonality increase in demand over the summer months, which will result in a 10% increase in sales. Following this, we also assume that workers will not be taking long periods of leave, as hiring more employees would need to be considered. Finally, we assume New Zealand will not be going into a lockdown due to COVID-19, which would pause all work throughout the business.
The succession of a business relies heavily on planning. A key factor within this planning is budgeting. Budgeting allows entities to monitor spending and track profit over a period of time. The goal of Solar Powered Powell as a company is to maximize profits and optimize shareholder wealth. This year's income saw a total of $1,665,000 through 360 installations across commercial businesses, schools, and farms, with commercial businesses making a big chunk of that profit.
Our main clientele for the solar energy business are commercial businesses, therefore account for the highest production expense of $900,000, both monthly and yearly, with a total of 180 installations per annum. Compared to our middle range clientele of schools, which account for the second highest expense of $260,000 per year with 120 installations. Lastly, the smallest clientele are farms with a total of 60 installations annually, accounting for $69,000 of the production expense. Another annual expense is packing cost, which is $3,000 per month, totaling up to $36,000 per year, which accounts for all packaging installations made annually. Overall, in the year 2020, the annual expense on production cost across the commercial business, schools, farms, and plus the packaging cost is a total of $1,221,000.
The total salary and wage expenses come to $297,250. These costs covered the salary and wages of 4 employees, 2 factory staff, and 2 installation staff. Wages and rates for the staff vary depending on hours worked per week and the work demanded of the staff. There is a significant variance between employees, as the factory workers are on a salary and the installation workers are wage-based. Due to the installation staff having more hours and a higher pay rate, their yearly income is over double than that of the factory staff who work considerably less. The total other expenses, also known as the overhead expense, overall equals $72,000. These expenses include advertising, $6,000 per year, rent totaling $60,000 a year, and utilities, $6,000 a year. These costs are able to be kept down as the company has installed solar panels onto the roof of their space, which cuts electricity bills in half.
The total expenses of this business is $1,590,250, with a total profit of $74,750 for 2020.
The Solar Powered Pals internal team, like the finance team, will use and monitor this budget on a monthly basis to ensure all expenses and profit sales are accounted for. The management team will use this budget to analyse variances and make future financial decisions for the entity, such as where to invest extra profit. When the company needs finance, this budget will be made available to banks in order to find the best fitting finance option. Finally, the company will open this budget to shareholders and employees, as these groups appreciate transparency on where the company's finances are earned and being spent. Based on our budget's total, we can see Solar Powered Pals has a take-home profit of $74,750 and has operationalised their resource allocation efficiently. This profit can be reimbursed into the company to further grow their wealth. This could include investing money into hiring more employees to increase installation production and bring a fresh skill set and new ideas into the company. The profits can be used in planning for the future, such as purchasing more units in preparation for high demand seasons such as summer, and upgrading equipment for more efficient installations, and plan for unexpected cash shortages, as we are likely to see a decrease in sales over winter.
The take-home profit of $74,750 can be further used to protect intellectual property by copywriting technologies and services against competitors within our market, increase employee motivation through providing bonuses, invest in workplace aesthetics to make the workplace a desirable space to be in, and provide regular training sessions to develop and strengthen employees' skill sets.
This is an overview of our budget in which we can see our services were provided to commercial businesses, schools, farms, and after adding up the total yearly installations, Solar Powered Pals brought in $1,655,000 in sales. Here we have broken down the various expenses that Solar Powered Pals had throughout the year, and we can see that at the end of the year, the total cost of production for Solar Powered Pals came in at $1,221,000. Lastly, we have the remainder of the expenses, which came from salaries, rent, utilities, and advertising, giving us a total of $1,590,250 for the total yearly expenses. After subtracting our yearly sales from our yearly expenses, we are left with $74,750 in profit. Here we can see the full breakdown of the yearly budget for Solar Powered Pals. Through the preparation and analysis of this year's budget, we can conclude that Solar Powered Pals' first year of operations experienced a great turnout. With a profit of $74,750, it is evident that the business was able to efficiently operationalize their resources. Following an analysis of the year's budget, accountants and managers are able to monitor the actual performance over the budget period in the following year, as well as plan and make any necessary adjustments to the budget. Planning can include reinvesting profit into the company, leading to effective goals and plans such as purchasing larger and higher grade equipment. Potential storage costs for equipment, identifying and troubleshoot problems before occurrence, as well as planning for potential cash shortages in the winter period. The budget has provided many insights through the total of our sales and expenses and can lead to a bigger opportunity for future improvements and growth within the company.